Hey beauties, it's your girl Shayna Latrice. Beauty content is all I release, and in today's video we are going to be achieving these DIY inspired Fulani braids. I chose this hairstyle because it was giving island vibes, and so that my hair and my hands can get a break from knotless braids. Because listen, knotless braids has your girl in a chokehold, quite literally. That is my favorite hairstyle, hands down. Let me know in the comments, is knotless braids your favorite hairstyle? Like literally French curl knotless braids has me in a chokehold. But anyways, since I am a DIY maintenance girly, I deserve a break, and you deserve one too, bestie. So come sit with me, come braid with me, watch this braid transformation in real time. I already braided my natural hair into the hairstyle that I'm going for, so I have an idea or a roadmap as to where I'm going. And so I'm not a trust the process girly, I'm more so a work smarter, not harder. And just having a clear direction as to where I'm going with it, all I have to do is add in braiding here. That's a recipe for perfect execution. So don't sleep on this tip, especially if you're a perfectionist. I am borderline perfectionist, but I also am starting to acknowledge that that's almost like procrastination. It literally has saved me from giving up on what I was trying to do in the first place. I don't want to throw in a towel and be like, oh, okay, I'm just going to do it. Put my hair in a bun, you know, like, no, I want to see it through. Whew. All right. Hello, ladies. I'm going to be showing you how to do a knotless braids. So I'd ask that you kindly ignore the hairline of this wig. Alrighty, so here is how to do a knotless braid. First, we can start off by doing a regular braid, which is just taking 3 pieces of hair, dividing them left, center, and right. So now we have the 3 pieces of hair, as you see, left, center, and right. With a knotless braid, it's important to know where to feed in your hair, where to place your braiding hair. So I'm going to go over where we're going to be placing it. To put it simple, we're going to be placing it in between the middle and the right piece. We're just going to place it right in between there. Very simple. Just like this. Place it right in between there. And pretend it's already, you know, your hair, whatever, and just continue to braid. Just pretend it's already your hair and continue to braid. That is the best way that I can explain it. I taught myself how to do my own knotless braids. I've never used a crochet needle. And the reason why I taught myself during the year of 2020 is because we were already at home, and the tutorials that I've watched were very, very confusing. So that's why I had to teach myself. And I was able to get it in about 15 days. So that's the little back history for that. Now, we can do it just like this. So we can divide it into 3 pieces, and it works just like this too at the start of the braid. So as you can see, I'm placing the hair right in between the center and the right piece of hair. And then I'm going to continue the braid again like it is, growing from the scalp. So it doesn't matter if you braided your hair a couple of times down and then you group it in, and it doesn't matter if you do it from the start, because as you can see, and let me zoom in, as you can see, it's still knotless, it's still invisible, and some might even say it's witchcraft. So that's how you do it, ladies. Here, let me zoom back out. That's how you do it. So there you have it, a knotless braid in all her glory. This is how it looks. If you flip it over, we can make it a little bit tighter, but without being extra, I just wanted to show you the process of it. Okay? I also muted my background just so you guys didn't have to hear all of the noise going on in the background. I do have 3 children. As you can see, my toddler is very much in the living room, running around. Y'all probably gonna hear me yelling, and it's like, stop, don't do that, and this, that, and the third. So that's why we got to mute that background, because this is pretty crazy. But here's the thing. I'm still going to continue living my life. Yes, I have a family. Yes, my hubby is on the couch and my kiddos are playing, we're watching a movie, but I'm still going to do my hair. I still have to look good. I still have to show up as me in this world. Alrighty, so I wanted to get into some of the tips and tricks and techniques that I am using for doing the individual knotless braids in the back of my head. So for each braid, I'm using like 3 to 4 pieces of braiding hair, and when I'm starting the braid off, I like to at least use all 3 pieces of braiding hair right away, so that way the start of the braid is at the thickness that I'm wanting the braid to be. Now, once I get towards the end, that's when you're getting into 3 to 4. So if the braid starts to feel like it's thinning out at the end of the braid, I will add some braiding hair towards once I get towards the middle. I don't add it to the very end. You don't want to if your braid is starting to get skinnier, you might have to group it in a certain place. You don't want to group it at the very end, and you don't want to group it at the very start of your hair, because you want all your braids to be even. So it's all about focusing on making it even. The best way you can do this is by making sure your parts are even, so you're having the same amount of your real hair, and then you want to make sure that the braiding hair that you place on the braiding hair stand, or if you don't have a braiding hair stand, you can use like a towel, preferably a dry towel. That's how I started off for so many years. And you want to make sure that the braiding hair pieces are the same thickness as well. So that's how we get into doing the 3 pieces. Now, Like I stated, if the ends of your braids are starting to seem a little bit thin, just add a small piece of braiding here and keep that thickness, because it's going to make sure that your hair looks very neat. It's going to look like you got your hair done and you're not doing it yourself. We don't want it to give DIY. Even though this is DIY, we don't want it to look like that, okay? And let's see. Also, another technique that I am using, you will notice that if I'm doing a braid that's on the left side of the back of my head, or if that braid is in the middle of the back of my head, or even if it's on the right, you'll notice that my hands are both towards the right if I'm braiding a braid that's on my right side, or they are both to the left if I'm braiding a braid on my left side. And when I am doing a braid that's in the middle of my head in the back, or even in the front, both of my hands are in the middle. So I just wanted to point that out as well, because for the very longest when I'm doing my own hair, it is so difficult to get to a braid that is in the middle of your head, and definitely when it is in the middle of the back of your head. So I found that if I kind of tilt my head over and make sure that both of my hands are in the center of my head, it helps me to get the tightest grip of the braid without pulling my hair at its roots or causing too much tension. This is just the easiest way, and it makes the most sense because, like I stated, if I'm doing a braid on the right or the left, my hands are usually right there in that section. Same goes for the middle. Alright, so I'm showing you guys how to do a feed-in. Same concept as the knotless braid. We're going to be feeding that braiding hair in between the hair. Now you're going to be putting it in between the middle and the right piece of hair. We have left, middle, right. So I'm gonna take the braiding hair and I'm going to place it right here, right in between the middle and the right, and I'm gonna continue the feed-in braid. Then I'm gonna do it again. I have 3 sections in my hair. I have the 3 sections still in my hand, and I'm going to place another piece of braiding hair in between the center and the right piece of braiding hair. So I had to braid it at an angle where you guys can kind of see what I'm doing, what it is I'm doing, but you guys can kind of see very closely how I achieved a feed-in braid using the same method that I teach here on this channel of how to do a knotless braid. Let me know if you found this helpful, but there you have it, ladies. That is how you do a feed-in braid. Y'all know that feeling when you're on your last braid? Well, this is it. This is that feeling. I'm literally so happy that I am done with my hair. This style did take me 2 hours. I had to chop it down so that way it wasn't so long-winded. But if you prefer that, definitely let me know in the comments. I just wanted to be mindful of the time, and I also wanted to include the process of me doing my hair in full. It did take me a total of 2 days, or should I say 2 nights, whenever I really find the time to do so, really. But there's a prepping process involved. But the overall time that it took for the style was 2 hours.